First camping trip of the year. We tried to escape the heat. You just had a kid, so congrats.
Yeah,
Congrats.
thanks. I have a baby, so it's really hard to leave the house.
We wanted to go camping somewhere where there was essentially just no heat, right? So we chose something with elevation. We wanted something maybe with a river nearby. And I knew of Lake Isabella.
We wanted to get up to Sequoia National Forest. There's a lot of stuff around Lake Isabella, but actually when we got there, we found out it was like 105 degrees.
Yeah.
So then we were like, okay, let's get up a little bit higher in elevation and try to get away from the heat.
The drive up there was fantastic. As soon as you get as Bakersfield, like everything just looks good.
Are you saying like anything compared to Bakersfield looks good, looks amazing? We choose all of our trips based on the weather, essentially. And while we were looking around, we knew we had to get up high in elevation. Using either Gaia, GPS, or Onyx, you can click onto a location and then see what the weather is going to be. Typically, you have to do this about 10 days or sooner before your trip, because obviously they don't have weather for that far in advance. And so we're looking for like 70 degrees during the day and at a max of maybe 80, 85.
I wanted to explore that town. Like, I think it's called Kernville, right? That's
Kernville,
what it is?
yeah.
Yeah, it was a good town.
Town stuck, I think, in 1986.
The gentrification has not hit it yet, except for like a mile out of town where someone had a classic Defender, and I'm like, oh, that person is the start
He
of
waved at you,
Yes,
too.
he did wave at me.
That was a really cool looking car.
Yeah.
Great car, and they had a really nice property where he was living as well. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is the start of gentrification around here.
So the campsite that we were trying to get to, like the whole reason why we chose this place is Brad found it on someone's Patreon.
Yeah, so we should give a shout out to Venture Forward, the YouTube channel. We'll put the link down in the description. This guy named Chris, he had been living out of his Jeep for probably about half a decade or so. So the YouTube channel is just an amazing wealth of knowledge. He'll always cover if it's a good spot. He'll tell you how many cars can probably fit in there. He'll tell you whether or not there's or cell phone service. If it requires four-wheel drive or anything like that.
Yeah.
Might encounter local smoking weed, so that sounds like a great time. So we were originally looking around Lake Isabella, and then up the Kern River, and then at the north part, once we hit Sherman Pass, that's where this spot is. And our original plan was, let's check out all the spots along the way, and we'll stop at whatever one makes sense. This time of year, it happened to be that you're not allowed to have campfires below, I think it was 5,000 feet.
Yeah.
And we were below 5,000 feet all the way up the river. So none of those spots made sense to us. Plus it was super hot,
Yeah.
Outrageously hot.
like over 100 degrees at all of those spots. And there wasn't a lot of shade at any of them. So
No.
we would have the awnings, but we would be kind of huddling under the awnings for shade, and it would have just been really, really hot.
I was actually impressed by how many campsites there are and parking spots along Kern River.
Might be a cool spot though in the springtime when
Yeah.
it's a little bit cooler. I mean, this area gets dumped on with snow. It's really cold in the winter, so I would imagine there's a transition period that's absolutely amazing. But I would also suspect that the river is very high and dangerous at the same time.
Right.
At the same time.
Because a lot of the roads we went on above 5,000 feet were closed during winter, or had signs that they're closed during winter.
Kern River, I think, we'll have to look this up, but I think it is one of the most deadly rivers in California.
Okay.
And takes a number of people. I think it's because it doesn't appear very scary. Like if you're passing by, you're driving by it, you're like, I could totally swim in that thing. it looks fun, right? But a couple of beers, you know.
Right.
And then there are some, I think I saw some class 3 rapids along the way, so I'm sure there's people that have perished trying to raft down.
The river seems gentle, but there were some certain sections where the rocks got real gnarly.
Just driving up there too, like you could see how like jagged they were
Yeah.
at the beginning, like driving into Kern River. That drive is probably one of my favorite drives ever. Like it felt like a video game, like just all the twists
Yeah.
and turns. Like it's very technical to drive up there. Let's talk about the campsite.
That place was a gym. It was right next to a creek. Lovely white noise at night. Plenty of space for lots of vehicles. There's like 7 or 8 campfire rings there. So if you're going during a time of year when you are allowed to have a fire there, there's plenty of options for different campsites. There was a lot of flat, soft ground for tents. A very clear areas where people who were tent camping could place their tents.
You still need a 4x4 and high clearance.
There's no way that you can get out of there if you didn't.
Our friend drove like a BMW X3 there, and he followed us out there. So before you take the trail down to the campsite, there is a parking area off of the highway. So we ended up leaving his vehicle there and bringing all his stuff in our vehicles to get down there.
But highly accessible, and great spot for so many cars.
One of the best parts about this campsite was it was right next to a creek called Brush Creek, and it was actually pretty deep in some spots. The creek was pretty cold.
The stars were so bright, so vivid. Yeah, it was great out there. And the temperature was really nice at night. Like, I slept with my rear door open and my windows down because I sleep in my car. And I just had a blanket on top of me, like a slightly heavier blanket. And it was so cool and so crisp. It was, for how hot the day was, perfect evening temperature. The space was so nice by the creek. The wind, there was a little bit of wind, I think. Oh, and no mosquitoes. I don't remember any real bugs at sunset either.
That's a good point.
It was actually pretty nice.
To get to the Trail of 100 Giants from where we were camping was another really windy, crazy road. These roads are insane, just non-stop curves, like slalom skiing.
The parking lot is extremely small.
Yeah.
And they have fully banned street parking or parallel parking on the road.
It does cost money to park.
$12.
$12 when we were there, so bring some cash if you're going there.
Well, you could pay at the gift shop too.
You can pay at the gift shop as well. If you got there probably like before 9 a.m.
No problems.
You would drive right in, find a parking spot very easily. We were wrapped around it took us a long time to get in. We had to wait in line. But I think it was worth it. I would say it was worth it.
I think it was nice to
Yeah,
walk
the
around.
Trail of 100 Giants, it's fully accessible, paved, easy to walk, 1.3 miles, like loop, I think.
It's one of those things where it's like a lot of different loops that you could make. You could make it as long as you want.
True.
If you did every inch of trail, it'd probably be a lot longer. Plenty of people on the trail.
Dog friendly.
Dog friendly. If you need a snack or a drink or something, there is a gift shop in the campground portion. You're looking for like a yurt style building, and they have a bunch of, the regular gift shop stuff. But then they also have drinks and
Cold drinks and
candy bars and stuff like that. Then we drove back down to Kern. We raced back down to Kern.
Yeah, it was pretty fast.
Gravity is assisting on the way back down.
I think it's that, and plus, towards the end of these trips, we all just get really tired of each other.
Yeah.
It was really good. I think that was a great way to cap off the trip.
Every time I go camping, my favorite part is just catching up with friends.
Yeah.
Hanging out, checking out the stars. Yeah, just like hanging out with you guys and having good, long conversations.
Yeah.
Uninterrupted by technology and news feeds and things like that.
My favorite part, completely the same thing. Getting away, no cell service, just being out there under the stars.
You hit like another mentality when you're driving to your campsite again.
Yeah.
And I feel like that hour transition is like actually really beneficial, like mentally. I love going to places where, it's just all of us, and it's like, especially like a new place that none of us have gone. So we're all doing the exact same experience at the exact same time. I'm just thinking like, in my mind, like, this is where I want my car, this is where I want my 911. Like, I would love to do a day trip like this.
Be a great ride for the 911 or a sports car like that.
I think we
Low
should all
center
rent
range.
some cars and then do that drive again. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Hell yes. I think that's it. So, like and subscribe. That's it. See you next time, guys. Bye.